So, hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now, before we get started, I know I've just uploaded literally about an hour or so before this, some subscriber mail. But other than that, that was filmed, about 4 or 5 days ago. I haven't actually uploaded all week. So before we get on to the movie review, I just want to say I apologise that it's been like 4 days since I uploaded. It's very unlike me. I normally am daily or, you know, every 2 days at least. Just been one of those weeks, guys. It's been a hard week for me. I've had a lot going on, a lot of stress. But, you know, hey, we're back. We're going to keep going full steam ahead now, hopefully. And, yeah, so hopefully that won't be happening again anytime soon. I know it's only 4 days, but I know that people come to my channel expect a video every day or every 2 days. Because we're very consistent here. So, I apologise for the wait. As I say, just been one of those weeks. Anyway, another thing, I always like to review movies as just a normal movie review for like new releases in terms of new movies that are coming out. I'm always just like to give them the benefit of the doubt and give them a normal movie review. But anyway, Thunder Force, the movie we're talking about today, is so bad, we're going straight to a bad movie review. That's right, guys, this film is horrendous. I'm going to be shocked if a movie comes out worse than this year. This movie is unbelievably bad. So, I'm going to be a bit fair, because this is a brand new movie. It's not, because when I do my bad movie reviews, they're normally movies that have been out for a few years. So, I like to pick on them a little bit. But here, this is a brand new release. So, first off, background. This film is directed by Ben Falcon, and it's basically about two women who were friends as kids. They sort of fell apart, but they come back together when they're many years later in their lives, when they're grown up, and they become superheroes, and they go off to fight a bad guy. That's the premise of the story. Anyway, so it's Melissa McCarthy, and I know a lot of people don't like Melissa McCarthy. Me personally, I don't like many of the films she's done, no, but I'm not one of these Melissa McCarthy bashers. I'm not going to go out there and instantly bash on her stuff, because she can be a good actress and she seems like a lovely person in real life. So I've got nothing against her. Just unfortunately, a lot of the films she does are pretty bad. But as I say, she does occasionally have the decent one. She can be a good actress. You know, it's always just a fingers crossed with Melissa McCarthy. You know, hopefully this is a good one for her. So I went into this film open-minded. It didn't look very good from the trailers. I hated the posters, but I was like, you know what? Let's just see how this turns out. I can honestly say I think this is her worst movie. This movie is so bad from the word go. Like, there's no style to this movie. There's no flair to it. In terms of what the director did, he done nothing. There's no interesting editing techniques. It's bland, boring, and just very bleh. And then we get to the bit where after the first 5 to 10 minutes, all of a sudden we go to modern day with Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer's character, who Octavia Spencer, also want to give her a shout and say she's a great actress when she wants to be. But my God. Oh, my God, were they both just terrible in this movie. The dialogue between them is awful. And the thing that confuses me about this movie is that this is definitely aimed for adults, I'm guessing. I guess there was a couple bad words in this movie. I'm guessing that this is more of an adult film. I know that Melissa McCarthy appeals to young adults and some older adults who probably watched her on Saturday Night Live, probably the American adults. So I'm really confused who this film's aimed for, because through all of that, I suspect it's aimed at adults, but I'm watching this and the plot is so unbearably stupid and the coincidences are so over the top. I'm like, I don't even think a kid would like this. The plot is so ridiculous. Melissa McCarthy walks into this. Octavia Spencer, of course, has built this huge business to make herself and someone else a superhero. Coincidentally, you know, we'll have two. And Melissa McCarthy sort of stumbles in on the night of their reunion when they're meant to be, reuniting with the rest of her the school they went to. She kind of just stumbles past security, stumbles past everyone, ends up in a chair, gets injected in the face, and that's how she sort of gets her powers. And it's just sort of like, this is ridiculous. This is so stupid. It's like if everyone hated Steve Rogers and he kept bumbling his way into the Captain America thing. I know this is a comedy, but it's so over the top and so unbelievable that it's awful. There are line deliveries in this which are terrible. The script is diabolical. The script is straight up awful. The actors have nothing to work with, and you can tell because all the performances in this movie are bad. Like, I really like Jason Bateman. I really like him as an actor, but he sucks in this movie. Pom, I can never pronounce her surname. The woman who's in the second Guardians movie and Infinity War and Endgame, plays Mantis. She was also in the first episode of season 4 of Black Mirror, and she can be a really good actress. I really like her. She's terrible in this. Terrible. Same for Bobby Cam. I'm not even going to pronounce his surname either. But he's also terrible in this. Everyone's just really, really bad in this movie. There is no good performances here. None. There is a scene like where Melissa McCarthy lifts up a bus and the CGI looks awful. The dialogue as well is terrible. There's no consequences really to any of the mistakes they're making. I also found the plot really predictable. Like at the start, it looks like it's just this character called Laser who's the villain. And I remember just watching it going, well, he's going to turn out bad. She's going to turn out bad. And it was so predictable. So predictable. I don't think it was a single funny bit. I honestly didn't laugh once. Melissa McCarthy tries way too hard. Times like when she finds her room and then she keeps calling this woman Jodie Foster. And she keeps going, Jodie Foster, Jodie Foster, Jodie Foster. It's like, we heard your joke. We get that you think she looks like Jodie Foster. We get it. And she keeps going back, Jodie Foster, Jodie Foster. It's ridiculous. The final act of this movie is hilarious. The final fight is just so boring. Like, Laser gets taken out so easy. It's like, okay, she was absolutely kicking everyone's ass easily in every other fight. In this one, she goes down like a piece of piss. They try to do a fake death thing where it's like, oh no, one of the heroes is dead. Oh, and then it's just, oh no, wait, she's alive. Yeah, I really don't have anything good to say about this movie, to be honest. I really don't. The thing is, it's only an hour and 40, I think. I felt like I was there a lot longer. This movie is garbage. Now, that's the thing, I want to say it's not aimed at me, but I really don't know who this is aimed at. That's the confusing thing about this movie. I don't know who this movie's aimed at. Is it a kid's film? I don't think so. Is it an adult's film? It's far too stupid to be an adult's film, surely. I don't know who this film's target audience is. People like superheroes, but people like superheroes, like good superhero movies, like Marvel, or even some of the DC ones, more intelligent films. This is just unbearable. The actors, everything about this film that's a good way to describe it. It's an unbearable movie. The acting in it is so diabolical and so hilariously bad. And the lines, the script is not helping them. There's nothing else that's interesting here. The CGI or the look of this movie is bland. The score, it's just boring. It's just all generic, typical American comedy, cheap shit. That is the best way I can describe this movie. It's just bland. There's no character, no effort, no imagination gone into this movie. It's bland, boring, and as a comedy it sucks because I'm telling you now, I didn't laugh once. There wasn't a single funny moment in it. And Jason Bateman, I really like that guy, and he couldn't even make me laugh in this one. So, what am I going to give Thunder Force out of 10? I'm going to give it a 1. I'll give it a 1. I was thinking, should I go for a half? Should I be a bit kind? No, I'm going to stick to a 1. This film is terrible. It's honestly awful. I've crapped on a couple films this year now. Tom and Jerry movie got a bit of jiff from me. Bliss, Capone. But this is worse than all of them by far. This is without a doubt the worst film of 2021 so far. And I'm actually going to be really surprised if anything is worse than this, because it's going to take some tremendous skill. This film is that bad. It's truly terrible. I hate it. A lot. When I think of worst films I've ever seen now, this one will come to mind. I mean it. I think it is that bad. And I can already see some people in the comments going, oh, it wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad as you'll make it. No, I think it genuinely is that bad. I do think this movie is garbage. I hate it so much. Don't watch it, guys. It's really not worth your time. It is trash. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this bad movie review. I was not expecting to be doing a bad movie review on a brand new film. But hey, Thunder Force, well done. You did it. You did it. You did it. Well done. Thank you so much for watching as always, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And I'll see you next time for another video.